Ethnocentrism is a driving force in history and is the underlying cause of imperialism, wars, and revolutions.
Ethnocentrism is the belief that one culture is better than another. Ethnocentrism was one of the original driving forces of old imperialism or European imperialism, which occurred in the 1600s through the 1800s. During this period, the Europeans were searching for gold, God, and glory. They were in search of wealth, land, and resources. They justified the colonization by using ethnocentrism, by arguing that it was their duty to educate and Christianize less developed nations. Old imperialism began with sea explorations, including Christopher Columbus, who discovered the Americas in 1492 while trying to sail to India by going west from Europe. Columbus realized that you could reach India by sailing west because of findings during the Scientific Revolution. As exploration continued and new lands were discovered, Europeans were exposed to new cultures and ways of thinking. This helped fuel the Scientific Revolution and confirmed new ways of thinking.
During the Scientific Revolution, philosophers and inventors started to emerge, including Galileo, who tested the properties of gravity and designed a model of the telescope. René Descartes published works on geometry and discovered how to represent a curved line graphically. Other discoveries at this time included an increased understanding of the human body and chemistry. New thinking during the Scientific Revolution led to the Enlightenment, which led to many social dogma changes.
The raw materials obtained from conquests made during old imperialism and findings from the Scientific Revolution led to the Industrial Revolution. During industrialization, factories increased in size and number. Many technological advances were made and production increased rapidly. Major advances were made in textile production, steam power, and iron production. The need for workers and raw materials increased. To meet the labor demand, men, women, and children worked long hours every day for little pay. Factory conditions were very poor and led to disease and death for many of the workers.
Poor living and working conditions during the Industrial Revolution, new social thinking from the Scientific Revolution and Enlightenment, and ethnocentrism contributed to the many revolutions, including the American and French revolutions. As the newly formed countries grew, they became more ethnocentric, sought to increase their global power, and find more resources. Newly formed and European nations continued to imperialize Africa and Asia during new imperialism. The reasons for new imperialism were similar to old imperialism. The people wanted to find new resources and create more markets. The justification for new imperialism, again, was ethnocentrism. People believed that their country was better than the other less developed nations, and had the right, or even duty, to imperialize other countries. For instance, this led Napoleon to conquer much of Europe before his empire collapsed. It also led to many European colonies in Africa and Asia.
Ethnocentrism fueled the fire for old imperialism, the Scientific Revolution, industrialization, and new imperialism. Old imperialism contributed to the Scientific Revolution, and vice versa. Both imperialism and the Scientific Revolution contributed to industrialization because imperialism provided the natural resources and the Scientific Revolution provided the technological advances necessary for this growth. Finally, industrialization caused new imperialism because of the need for more natural resources and continued ethnocentrism.